Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Architectural World. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys, or let's say today we're going to be learning how to model using Artlantis Studio, and I'm using Artlantis Studio 5. So today we're going to be learning how to model it very well, what to do, how to get a perfect rendering, how to make sure our rendering is okay, smartness, neatness, everything. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And you can see these are my rendering photos. Let me just take you through it. You can see very well. This is rendered with Artlantis Studio. You can see this is my rendering photos. Let me take it brick by brick. Okay, this is what I did with Artlantis Studio, and this is what we're going to be learning today with the same design. We're going to be using the same design to model it. So first of all, before we model in Artlantis, I used Archicad 18 to design the building. So I'm going to be modeling it in Artlantis. So this is the building, this is the floor plan. You can see it very well. This is a floor plan. This is a 4-bedroom modeling. So the first thing you need to consider before exporting, there are 3 things to do. You see this light setting. Whenever you're making your design, when you're creating your design, you have to be very careful in selecting of the light settings. Like example, let me go to the 3D. This is 3D. So you need to reduce this light intensity. You need to reduce this light. You can see I'm using 20, light intensity 20, because if you don't edit it, it's going to be so sharp. And whenever you export from your Archicad or your Revit is what Artlantis is going to take. Then our second thing to put into consideration is your modeling. The walls, you know that you want to use different type of materials on. Like example, let me go to the Artlantis. You can see I have same material here, and here. So doing your Archicad designing, you need to specify the materials. You need to differentiate them before you do anything. So after doing all that, and you're sure that your materials all are not one, because take it for example, now this is light gray. Let me show you. This is light gray. Okay, you can see light gray. Then if you see this other gray here, now this dark gray, let me show you. Let me click on the material, go to settings. Then you can see this dark gray. If this was dark and this was dark, the moment I export to Artlantis, if I'm editing this wall, likewise this wall will be edited, because Artlantis is like a group work. So whatever you want to do, make sure you differentiate the models the way you want it. If you see this modeling right now, let me show you this. These are glossy white. Okay, then let me check my window bed. Let's check the window bed. You can see that the window bed, I'm using the general setting for it, so I can easily edit this and this. Then let me take you to this, my concrete feature. Okay, you can see I'm using the same glossy white, so which means all those whites are going to be read as one. So whenever you want to do anything in Artlantis that goes with variation of colors, different types of using bricks and stuff like that, you need to carefully edit them very well during your design. If you can see this ground floor now, this DPC and this up, I'm using red bricks. You can see this red bricks is the same with this. So if you were doing other things before you export, make sure you're good with this. So after that being done, you're sure that your design is okay. All you just need to do, you click file, then you go to save as. Allow it to come up. Okay, then here I'll go to desktop. I want to save this file on desktop. Yeah, so I'll save to desktop. I'll just name it 4-bedroom bungalow. I'll click save. It's already on Artlantis, so I don't need to touch anything from this part. I'll just export the file, allow it to load, saving polygons, saving points, then that's all. So let's go open it. Okay, let's look for it here. 4-bedroom bungalow, Artlantis. Where is it? Let's look for, okay, this is it. So I'm gonna click. So this is what we have now. This is exactly what we're going to be working on right now. First, I really don't want to rush the tutorial because it's very simple. only if you understand it very well. So this is what we're going to be working on right now, and I don't use sunlight. I don't need to move the sun to have the brightness. I don't need to edit anything. All I'm just going to do is settings. So let's start. The first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to click this focal. You see this focal here is the straightness of the wall. It's going to make this edges, this edge you see here that looks a little bit rampy, it's going to make the edge so straight. So I'm going to activate the focal. Then I'll change this this particular enter focal length. I'm going to change this to 35 millimeter. I'll change 35 and press enter. Then I'll go to the ground. I will click this ground console. Then I'll change this to 0. I'll just change it. I'll press 0 on my keyboard. Then I'll press OK. These are the settings you need to follow properly. You need to follow the settings properly. Then after this being done, I'll go down to my setting icon. You can see very edit the rendering parameters. I'm going to click on this. Then I'll come down to the rendering. I already have defaults. You can see apply defaults, but since you don't have defaults on your system, you're going to create a new one. So the rendering setting, I'm going to put the rendering setting, and that is going to be like, this is the size. So the rendering setting, I'm going to choose the highest of it, this full HD. You can see this full HD. This is what I'm going to be working with. I prefer using full HD. Then I'll go down to the resolution. I'll enter the resolution. I prefer 100. I'll go with 100. I'll click OK. Then the rest is okay. Then I'll come to the anti-aliasing. This anti-aliasing is going to make your work bright. So I'll come down here. I'll click I. I'm going to click I. Then I'll come to rendering. The rendering setting, which is the radiosity. I'll go on high radiosity. This high radiosity is going to work on all the colors. So you set the radiosity to high. You come down to the ISO, you change it to 100. You come down to the shutter speed, you change it to 250. Change it to 250. These are settings. You don't need to touch the rest things. You just click OK. You click OK. You can see now it has been set, but we still need to work on the heliogens. So you go to heliogens, you click the heliogens, then you come down to the spots. Enter the day, month, year. Now we're trying to work with the sky. This section is working with the sky. If it is night, if it is day, if it is morning, this is where you work on it. So you come down to this place, because some people would prefer using the sun, dragging the sun to get the brightness, or moving this the building towards where the sun is. So really, we don't go through all the stress. All we just need to do, we're just going to edit everything and have a perfect sun for the whole of the building. So you come down to this place. I like using my oats, the 8 months. I use 8 months and first for it. Then I come down to the time. 9 o'clock is the best. I like using 9. Then I come down to choose the religion of the selected city. So I prefer Los Angeles. I come down to my sky. Here I always like using 25. Then I come down to the sky shot. I come down to this part. Yeah, you're gonna work on this part. So I prefer using this. Okay, let's go to this. I prefer using 1 to 9. I'll go down to 1 to 9. I'll come down to 1 to 9. Okay, I got this. So here is okay with me. I come to shadow. This shadow means if you want the building to reflect itself, you already know what shadow means. So me, I really don't like it on my designs. I really don't like it. Let me show you the 3D. I really don't like shadows, because shadow, this building is going to be reflecting, so I don't do with shadows. I'll just take the shadows off. I'll take off the shadows. You see, I don't want shadow. I just want my building to stand straight. So pollution I always go with 75. It's like making the sky a little bit okay. So I go for pollution 75. Then you see this cloud, you click the cloud, then you activate it. You can see the moment I activate it, the sky changed. Hologram is all about the sky, so the sky will change. So I'll activate it, then I'll go to cloud. Then this series, I'll change it to 100. I prefer using it. So I change it to 0. I don't like this. You can decide to use it. It's all about choice. I'll change it to 30. I prefer it this way. Then I'll change this to 0. These are I love using my skies. Change it to 0. You see. Then I'll come down to this mist sky color. I'll come down to this part. I'll change this to let's say 180. I always like using 180. I can't go on picking colors from this. I'll just I have the figures I normally use. I'll go to 180. I'll come down to this part. I choose 180. I'll come down to this part. I choose 180. Then I click enter. Then that is it. You can see my building is coming up. Initial time it was dark, but now you can see that the beauty of the building is coming up. So after doing that, on this your perspective, I forget to tell you something. On this your perspective, after you have all these things set, you could just save it, set as default. You click set as default. So whenever you want to work on the same thing, you don't need to be filling all the stuffs again. You just click set as default. So me, I already have default, so I'm gonna put it on set as default. You can see is okay with that. So the next thing you're going to start working on right now is the shades. Shaders means the materials you're using doing the design, like the roof, the bricks, the tiles, the wall, the windows, stuff like that. That's what shaders means. So now what we're going to be working on first is the roof. So I'll click the shades, I'll click shaders. Okay, then I'm going to right click the roof. The moment you right click the roof color is going to come out. So I'll left click, I'll select it from this stuff here. The moment you right click any of these shaders, it's going to show you its icon. So I'll left click and delete because I don't need this roof. Delete. So I'll come down to this part. Okay, hold on a bit. I'll come down to this part. Okay, I'll come down to this part. There's an icon here. I'll click it. Okay, the moment you click this icon, you click this particular part of it, show medium browser. I'll click it. Okay, so now I'm looking for a roof. So I'll just select my roof. I'll go to basic. I'll go, okay, let's go to this, then this roof. Then I choose. There are other softwares that have more catalog. You understand? If you are using Revit, you have more advantage to more catalog. So since I'm using Archicad and I'm using Artlantis Studio 5, these are the catalog I'm privileged to use. So I like using this roof. So I'll just pick this roof. I'll right click, as in like I'll put my hand on the right click without releasing. I'll drag it to where I want to add it up. I'll leave it. Okay, that's it. You see, it's there. So I'll just I'll come down to this part. I'll reduce this smoothness. I don't like it. I'll take the smoothness to 0. Then I'll come to size. I'll increase the size of the roof sheets to desire how you want it. I'll increase it. Then I think I'm okay with the roof. Okay, I'm okay with the roof like that. Let's see. Yeah, so the roof is okay. The roof is okay. So the next thing we're going to work on right now, let's pick this. Let's go to this. So I'll click the shade I want to work on. Then you see brand, brick brand. I'll delete. I don't need it. I'll do the same process. I'll click this icon here. Then I'll click this. The same process. I'll come down to coating. I don't think what I want. Okay. I think this is what I used. Let me see my design. Okay. Let's use this. I'll move it here. Release. Okay. I really don't like. I'll do repeat the same thing. The smoothness. I'll make the smoothness 0. The red setting is okay. Then to touch them. Then I prefer miscolored. So I just increase the size a little bit. So that is for that. That's for that. You allow it to load. Okay, what are we changing now? Let's change this. So change it this. I'll click this. Okay, I'll delete the same processes. I'll come down here, I'll pick this, go to bricks. Okay, I'll put this, and that's all. I'll come down to size, increase the size a little bit, put the mist color, then reduce the smoothness. I got that. So you allow it to load. Likewise, let's check our 3D. What do we need? We got this now, and we got this. This is there, and this is there. So what we're looking for right now is to brighten this color. This white is to make the white smooth and shiny. So let's go back to our design. Okay, so I'll click this. You don't need to delete this. I'll just come down to this part. I'll make it 255. I'll make it white 255. Or I prefer 207. Let's leave it 207 as it is. So I'll just increase the shyness. I'll just come down to the shyness, then I'll reduce the smoothness. I'm okay with that. Increase the smoothness. Okay, you see, the moment I click the white, all the materials with white is being selected. So this was the thing I was telling you, that before you export your files, make sure that you differentiate them materially. The moment I click the white, all the files, all the materials that go with white modeling was highlighted. So next, I'll pick this wall. I'll pick this one next. You see, this was the dark gray and this was the light gray. The one on the fence was the light gray, but for the fact that both gray are not the same, it was only the dark that has been selected. So I'll pick this. I'll delete this off. I don't need the dark, I may just leave it. I'll come down to the same process. I'll come down to the spot, then I'll pick this. This was what I was using. I'll pick this, I'll put it here. Okay, that's okay. I increase the sizeness a little bit, then I'll do the miscolored, then I'll reduce the smoothness. I'm okay with that. Let's allow it to load again. It's loading, so let's check what we need. What is well, we have this now, we have this, we have done this, then we have done this. Okay, we have done this. So the next thing for us to do now is the window. Okay, no, let's work on the window bed. So the window bed, there's no much in there, just for us to increase the smoothness. Let's increase the smoothness. Okay, we increase the shyness, then we decrease the smoothness. I think this is okay. 227 window frame, 227. I think it's too high. I don't like it like that. It's too high. It's too high. Let's try bringing it down to 041 and see how it goes. 041, 041, then 041. Let's see what we got here. This gives us black. I think we should use the same profile. 037, 037, 037. Like what I got there. Let's use 270. Let's apply the same thing. 207. You can see the effect on it, so that's why it's best to always go with something. Okay, I think I'm okay with this, so I'll just go with the glass. So what's next? Let's go to the window. I think the window is the next thing. Let's pick the window. So you click the frame, don't click the glass of the window, look for the frame. You can see it very well. Make sure, don't click the glass here because you're not editing the glass. What we are editing right now is the frame. So you click the frame, you come down to where is this, you delete. So we change this to black. So what we're gonna do, the frame, we're gonna use 141 for the frame. Okay, then we use 153, so it could be darker. Then we use 053. Okay, I think I'm okay with this for the frame. Not bad, but I want it a little bit dark. So let me try. Let's try 040, then 058. Let's see what we have here. Still didn't like this. I didn't like this. This should be going for the glass. What if I say let's use 141, 058? Okay, let's try this. 058. I don't like it. Let's try 037. 037. Okay, I like this. So we'll just increase the shyness, then we'll decrease the smoothness to 0, and this is okay. You can see our design is coming up. it's coming up. If you watch it correctly, it's coming up. So the next thing for us to do is the glass. Let's work on the glass. So you click the glass section of it. You don't need to delete anything. The moment you click the glass section of it, you come down to this icon here. There's an icon here. Okay, you select the glass you want. Let's go. I think I like this. I prefer using this glass. So I'll repeat the same thing and fill. I'll fill it. Then I'll come down to reflection. I'll choose glass. I'll come down to reflection. I'm gonna use 041 058 no 040. Then I'll use 058. I'm okay with this. 05, a little bit blue and not too blue, not too dark, so I'm okay with this. Then I'll come down to transparency. Okay, transparency. Let's go. I want it somehow dark. That's too dark. This too dark too. Let's take a command. Let's try. What are we going to try? Glass. No. First, let's come back to this glass. I don't like that. Let's use 053 on this. Then let's use 053 the same. Then let's use 053 the same. Then I think I'm okay with this. Okay, transparency. Let me try 0. Let's say 041. Then let's try 040. Let's see what we got here. Then let's try 058. No, not good. I think not bad like this. Yeah, I think 012 is okay. Dark, perfect. I prefer this. 012, not bad. So we just reduce the smoothness. Shyness is okay, the reflection is okay, so we don't need to touch anything there. Anything there. So what's next? Let's see. We already got this. This is done. So what are we looking for now? Ties. Let's see. Do we need to change the ties? Let's look for it. What did I use? Okay, let's change the ties. So you just click this. The same process is you delete. Then we'll go down to ties. Our section will come down here. Come to tiling. I don't like what I see there. Come down to ties. I don't like this either. I'll come down to this. Okay, I think I just saw what I want. Let's go with this. This is not bad. Let's use this. Okay. So I increase the sizes. I apply the mist color. Then go with the smoothness. I'm okay with that. So what's next? Let's check the floor. Let's check the temper floor very well. Okay. Let's see what we want. Okay, let's go to the fence, increase the shyness, reduce the smoothness, because I don't want to change any color from the fence. I love it like that. I'm not touching any color. I just want it to be like that. So what do I need? What else? Let's go with this. This is okay. Then now let's change this. The same process, we delete it because we don't need it. So we go for the floor, come down here. What do you think we can use there? Let's try this. Let's try the floor here. I want to see material that is best for me. You can choose whatever material you want to use for your floor depending on your design. So I'm choosing the one that is best for me, that's going to make my design smart and sharp. So whatever you want to choose, you're free for it. You can choose it. So let me see, what do I have here? Nothing so special here though. Okay, I think I should take from here. I prefer this to it. Okay, I'll just increase the size. Always increasing the size is bringing the shape of the design, so it's going to bring out what is used to the floor material. It's going to bring out the shape. So this being done, I think I'm okay with my modeling. Okay, let's save it first. Let's go to save, just Ctrl X, and that's it. So what do I need now? I'm getting what I want. Everything is okay. Remaining the frame. Which frame are we looking for? Okay, the rail. Let's go for the rail. So first and foremost, you click up of the rail. Okay, you're gonna look for it. Let's look for the rail. I'm looking for the up part to click. You click the up part. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, I just got it. So I'll reduce the smoothness, increase the strength, then come down to the frame, then profile. I think I should use 007, 007. I think I'm okay with that. Just increase the shyness. And the glass, I'll come down here. I'll pull in the same glass on it. Come down. Where is that glass? Where is it? Glass. Let's go. Okay, I'll move it and fill it. You see, you need to be very careful when filling. If I put this glass here now, everything here is gonna become glass. So before you release an item, make sure that that item is exactly where you want to place it. So let's go. Then I'll come down to the part, choose glass, come down to reflection. I'll take prefer 033. Okay, let me reduce to 032. Then let me make it to be 032. Likewise, a little bit dark. Okay, I like it like this. Then transparency, let's say a little dark. I think not too dark. Let's still go. I guess this a little bit okay, or let's step down a bit. Okay, I think I prefer it like this. So you can see I got my modeling. It's simple, right? Yeah, simple. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You need to subscribe so you don't miss our various classes. So let's check this out. Increase the shyness, reduce this. Okay, perfect. Now the next thing for us to do is for us to add the object to it. If you want to add object like trees, cars, everything, all I need to do is click object. I'll click object, then I'll select it from here. Come down here. What am I adding right now? Let me add this car to it. So for me to add this car, I'll click it. I'll make sure that before I dropped, it's on the ground floor. It's not on the selected building, it's on the ground floor. So I'll let go. The car is there. I need to edit this car, either rotate it, change the position, stuff like that. So for that, I'm going to click this, my 2D, open the 2D view. I'll click it. Once you click open the 2D view, you zoom into the part you want. Okay, this is the car. I want the car to be rotative, so I got to take the car this way. I'll rotate the car. Let's see. Okay, it's okay like this. So I'll bring it down to this part. This part is okay. Okay, so you can easily edit the color. All you just need to do is go to your shaders, you click on this part, you change it the way you want. So I always prefer using this. Okay, I think that's okay for me. It's always cool. I reduce the smoothness, then that'll be done for that. So the next thing I want to add is trees. I need a tree here to make this rendering shade cool, and I also need a tree here. Okay, first let me still add more objects. Let me add more objects. Like let me add that dude there. Okay, people. Let's take this. I'll bring it here. I'll let go. Let me just take the tree. I'm gonna edit everything at once, so let me just bring it down. I'll take it here. Okay, I'll come down to my 2D view so I can get my people. Okay, this is good. I'll rotate this, rotate. Okay, I'll move, increase it a little bit. Okay, then I'll come down to the tree. I don't need the tree here. Okay, come down here. I need the tree somewhere here. Okay, so no, the tree is too far, so the tree still gas come back here. So yeah. Okay, so let me click my prospects, click my save. Okay, let's see how it load. Boom, your light to load. Gonna allow it to load. Yeah, so you see, after you allow it to load, it's choice. If you want to add more objects, you can add more objects. If you're okay with it, fine. If you don't want to add objects, you want to render, you just go down to this, start rendering. You click start rendering. Then you don't need to set anything here. You just to activate this eye radiosity. You activate it, you change this to 100. Then you click OK, your rendering starts. Final rendering is going to render, and that is it. After your rendering, you're going to come up with this. This is what you're going to come up with. So please don't forget to subscribe, turn up the notification button. If you want the floor plan of this design, just hit the comment button, comment you want it, send me your email, and I'm going to send it to you direct. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much.